Welcome to this full body Pilates flow. Today we're going to be using the mini ball. If you don't have a mini ball, you can use like a rolled up towel or a small pillow, or you don't have to use anything. You can just use body weight. So let's get started on our backs with our core engagement today, warming up the core. So the ball is middle of my back, kind of at my bra line area. And we'll start with our hands on the mat, just in this kind of relaxed position. And we're not going to do any crunches or anything. We're going to just focus on turning on our core and those deep muscles, like underneath the six-pack ones, the ones deep down. So we'll start here. You can place your hands on your waist if you want to really get that mind-muscle connection going. So we'll start with an inhale through the nose, filling up your rib cage, and then exhaling through pursed lips. Inhaling through the nose one more time, and exhaling. So now we're going to do that engagement. When you think of exhaling, I want you to think of tightening the core. You're going to bring your bottom ribs towards your belly button and your pubic bone up towards your belly button, but not actually move. So it's just going to look like this. So you can join me now. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling, tightening everything. Belly button comes in. These muscles, it's like an accordion, and you're kind of like tightening, cinching, and relax. Inhale, exhale, tighten your accordion, and relax. Now we'll add the flexion. Hands can be down or beside your head or cradling your head in your hands. We're going to inhale as we open up our chest. Exhaling, closing that accordion. Inhaling, opening. Exhaling, belly button draws in. 4 more here. I'm already shaking. I did some kind of as a warm-up before to practice, so just in a few of these you feel it. I think that was 4, but we'll do 1 more. So now we're going to just hold our tight accordion. Inhale, lift one leg up. Exhale, tap down. Sorry, I did that wrong. You're going to exhale to lift one leg. Inhale, tap down. Exhale, other leg. Inhale, down. So just alternating legs here. Trying to stay stable. If you want more of a challenge now, bringing both legs up to tabletop, inhaling, tapping one foot down, exhaling as you come up. And you're looking just over your knees, so your chin is off of your chest. Think of that bottom rib to belly button, pubic bone to belly button each time. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a little breather. If you are comfortable, you can open up over the ball. You can fully let your head relax and open up your core here. If this isn't good for you for any reason, just don't do it. Carefully nodding your chin to your chest and coming up. You don't want to be too hard on your spine and your neck. So now, I'm going to walk my ball down just a little bit. I'm going to turn my knees to my right. So now I'm kind of resting on my right hip bone, my left butt cheek slightly up. My right arm is going to be down on the mat, and I'm going to bring my left hand behind my head. So I'm kind of like leaning to the right. We're going to lift our legs up and kind of crunch and then tap down. So just turning on our obliques a little bit in this position. Nice and controlled. If this is too much, just work on bringing that top leg up and down. Not too many here. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Staying kind of in the side leaning position. I'm going to show you a couple options. Option 1 is keeping your right leg down. Left leg's just going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. If you want more of a challenge, you would bring right leg up as well. But same idea, left leg's just lifting and lowering here. Still kind of leaning on my right butt cheek. And not too many because these are hard. For 5, 4, 3, keep breathing, 2, and 1. Relax down. Again, you can relax over the ball if that's comfortable. Stretch it out, catch your breath. Again, carefully nodding into your chest, coming up. So now, same thing on the other side. I'm going to lean kind of onto my left butt cheek, my right butt's up a little bit. My left arm is going to be down. Right hand comes beside my head, crunching up and lowering. Again, if it's too much with 2 legs, leave your left leg down now and just do the right leg. We've got 5 here for 5, 4, 3, you got it, 2, and 1. And then now we have that right leg straight lifting and lowering. So again, bottom leg can stay down and your right leg is lifting and lowering, or you can lift left leg up, right leg lifts and lowers. If you need to put your other hand down, you can. We've got 5 more on this side. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm going to make it. 5, 4, 3, this side's harder for me, 2, and 1. And then relax, take that ball out, coming down to the mat. Gonna give our core, well, our core's still gonna work a bit, but a little bit of a break. Ball's gonna come between our knees, do a little bridging here. So feet on the mat, about a hand's distance from the bum. Arms can be down or up, your choice. Prepare with an inhale. As you exhale, draw in that navel to spine, lifting hips up into your bridge. Think of opening up these hip creases, reaching knees far away. Shoulders are relaxed, jaws relaxed. Inhale, tap, bum down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Now as we lift, we're going to give the ball a squeeze, release, and lower. Lift, squeeze, and lower. Having something between our legs makes our pelvic floor work a little bit harder, therefore making our deep core muscles work harder. Our inner thighs are obviously working as well to hold on. So even though it's not like a heavy object, just having these muscles engaged to hold the ball is helping. 3 more here. Get that height and reach those knees away. On this last one, we're going to hold at the top. You know what's coming. Just squeezing and releasing the ball. Core is engaged. Shoulders are relaxed. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully lower down. You can take the ball out. Let's bring the ball behind our right knee. Prepare with an inhale. You're going to lift up into your bridge. Transfer the weight to that left foot. Right knee is going to come up to tabletop. Still just holding the ball. We're going to dip our toes down and lift up. Dip and lift. Dip and lift. Trying to maintain stability and control through the torso, so our hips are staying level If this is too much and you're wobbling all over the place, just make it maybe like a little baby move. Maybe take the ball out and just work on doing this without the ball. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to stay lifted, holding up here. Just squeeze and release that ball. Think of turning on the back of your right leg, that right bum cheek. It's like you're bringing your right heel to your bum. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay lifted. We're just going to pulse it out here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully lower down. If you need a stretch or a sway, you can do that. We're going to put the ball behind our left knee now. So same thing on the other side. So when you're ready, lifting up, transferring the weight to your right leg now, lifting your hips, tapping left foot down and lifting. Tap and lift. You can press into your arms on the mat for support. That's not cheating. If you do want more, lift your hands up. We've got 6 here. If you've sunk down, try to get that height. For 3, 2, 1 more, and we stay up. Now we have that squeeze, so it's like we're kicking our heel to our bum. Think of the back of your left leg working as well as your right. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep breathing. We have our little pulses here for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Use that breath. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Nice work. Okay, a little bit of core again. I'm going to give you a couple options. So first one, you're going to hold your ball in your hands, bring your legs up to tabletop, and we're going to be passing through as we extend. So kind of like a bicycle or a single leg stretch actually. So I'm going to reach behind my right leg as my left leg goes out, bring it through behind my left as my right goes out. So it's kind of like you're making like a figure 8 with the ball. Try to do this nice and flowy. If this is too much, take out the ball. And if you mess up the pattern, that's okay. Just think of always reaching behind one leg. The lower you reach your extending leg, the harder it is. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug it in, take a second. Relax your head. So the next one, you can stick with that. If you do want more of a challenge, we're going to do straight legs, so like our scissors. So coming up, again, to tabletop, reach both legs up to your best vertical. Again, reaching behind one leg, other lowers, and then switching. If this is too much, keep one leg bent. And reaching with the ball. Get those top abs working as well. Chin is off of our chest. Jaws relaxed. Oops, I started bending my legs. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug it in or stretch it out, whatever feels good. We are rolling onto our sides now for a little bit of, actually we'll keep doing core. I was going to do booty, but we'll do core first. Just keep it going here. So we are going to, actually, yeah, we'll do this one. I forgot this one. So I'm going to sandwich the ball I'm sitting on, kind of on my side here, mostly on my right butt cheek. And then I'm kind of like leaning into the ball. My left leg is going to reach out nice and long. and my bottom leg is kind of bent here. So this, what we're gonna be doing is you're gonna go all the way down to your side. Actually, I'll have my arm out. And then we are going to draw and sit up. So actually this helps having a kind of slippery surface here. If you have like a sticky mat, it's not gonna be as great. And then you're gonna roll down over your ball and lifting up. So my top leg is helping me. I'm squeezing my butt to help me lift here. If this is too much and it's too hard for you to move, you can just keep your arm down and kind of go to the side and then use your arm to assist, but think of your top waist here cinching in. So I'm thinking left rib coming towards left hip, and you can press up. For 4, 3, 2, again, squeeze that top butt to help, and 1. Now, coming onto our side, actually I'm going to grab the ball out, I forgot that. We'll do our threading the needle with the ball. So you can do this on your knees, you could do one knee down, you can come up to your feet. I'm going to come up to my feet. My elbow is beneath my shoulder, as always. My hips and shoulders are squared forwards. Take your time, press up here, get into a good position before you add on with the ball. So now I'm going to take the ball in my hand, reaching up, opening up my chest, tucking under, threading the needle under. Up and threading. The ball is fun for this one because it forces you to kind of lift and do this with nice control so you're not dragging the ball on the ground. We've got 5 more. For 5. Think of your waist holding you up, not just your arm and shoulder. Last 2. And last 1. Carefully lower down. Staying on this side now, I'm going to put the ball behind my left leg. So that's my top leg. You can stay up on your forearm like this. It kind of makes your waist and your shoulder work a little bit harder. But if you want to lie down fully on your side, you can. And we're just going to do our lifts and lowers here. So if you are lifted on your forearm like I am, try not to sink your ear onto your shoulder and staying lifted through that bottom waist. So I'm not letting my waist sink down. We've got 5 more like this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now what we're going to do is we are going to kind of kick forward and then kick back. I'm going to have to move forward a little bit just so I don't kick my reformer. So we're kicking our knee forward and then kicking back. Forward and back. I'm trying to keep my foot, knee, and hip all at the same height. As we get tired, I know that foot wants to start creeping down or that knee down. And really think like you are kicking your heel back behind you. It's going to work your butt a little bit more. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then relax down. I'm going to come down for just this last one. Just give my shoulder a little break. Okay, ball is still behind that knee. Adjust if you need to. So for now, okay, so if you're starting in this relaxed position, what you're going to do is you're going to do an internal rotation of your thigh bone. So you're thinking your thigh bone is turning in your hip socket. That means my knee is pointed down, my foot is up towards the ceiling. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and it's like I'm kicking towards the ceiling, kind of like back diagonally behind me. And then I'm bringing that bottom knee back down. Kicking up behind me, knee down. So it's kind of an angle here. Still nice and controlled with my hips and shoulders squared, belly button pointed forwards as well. Just being mindful your belly button doesn't start to kind of lean up towards the ceiling if you start to lie backwards. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice. And then relax. So coming onto our hands and knees, we are going to do a little bit of abs here to transition to the other side. Ball comes between our knees. We'll do our bear hovers. So hands beneath our shoulders, knees kind of holding the ball, so about hip distance apart. My toes are tucked down, neutral spine. Prepare with an inhale. As you exhale, hover your knees. Inhale, tap down. Exhale to hover. Inhale, tap. This is where I kind of need a mirror. None of my mirrors are really looking at me, but a mirror is good to check your form. See if you're still in that tabletop position. Think of shoulder blades kind of drawing together. Low belly is scooping here to lift. For 5, 4, nice long neck. 3, 2, and 1. Take a second, give your wrists a little breather. We're going to keep the ball between the knees and do kind of planking to downward dog. Again, the ball between our knees is going to help work those deep core muscles, those inner thighs, all that good stuff. So getting back into our quadruped position, tucking your toes, press up into, actually walk kind of out to your high plank, and then pressing up to your downward dog. Back to your plank. Let's give the ball one squeeze here. Up to your downward dog. One squeeze here. Plank, squeeze. Downward dog, squeeze. Pressing through all your fingers, all your toes. Neck stays nice and long. I said this is full body today, so this is kind of our arm workout, doing these kind of positions. Last one here. And then coming back down, lowering knees with control. Take a second, and we will roll to the other side. So remember we started with those sit-ups on the other side. The side bends, actually, sorry, not sit-ups, side bends. So now I'm sitting kind of on my left hip and the ball is wedged under it. My top leg is out long, bottom leg is bent here. Take your options. You can have your hand down and then side bending over and sliding up using this top waist. Remember, other option is hand is down, still leaning over the ball, but you're kind of assisting yourself pressing up with your arm. So it's not just all in the waist here. I'm squeezing my top leg, my butt, to help a bit, since we don't have anything kind of keeping our legs still. This is one of my favorites to do on the reformer. A lot of my clients know that. We've got 3 here. And 2. Last one. So now we have our threading the needle. Just walk, get your ball out, elbow beneath shoulder, stack your hips and shoulders. Choose your option either on your feet or your knees, lifting up to your side plank. Then when you're ready, if you're using it, grab your ball, threading underneath and lifting. Thread and lift. You can open up your chest a little bit more if you're feeling it today. Use your breath. Core is engaged. If you need to squeeze your butt extra to help, you can. For 4 here. 3, 2, and 1. Carefully lower down with control. Now is when we put that ball behind our top leg and we have our leg lifts. So again, you can choose if you want to stay up on your side here, lifting leg and lowering. Kind of like a fire hydrant, but lying down. They're lying on our side. So if you are lifted like me, remember staying off that bottom waist. It is engaged. Even if you're lying down, your waist is engaged, but I just meant like staying lifted. I have my foot flexed, just helps turn on your butt a little bit more. We've got 5 here. 4, 3, check that your head hasn't started to drop. 2, last 1. Then we have our kicks, and I need to shimmy forward a bit. So lifting ankle, knee, and hip about the same height, kicking forward, kicking back, squeezing that butt. Forward and back. Using your breath and kicking that heel back behind you. It's almost like you're trying to like kick your butt. And then checking in again as your knee or foot started to drop out of fatigue. We've got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last 1. And then this is where I came down last time, just to give my shoulder a little bit of a break, because we're going to come back up onto our hands in a minute. So, okay, ball is still behind our knee. If you need to adjust, this is where we do our internal rotation. So you're thinking of thigh bone turning in your hip socket, knees pointed down, heels pointed up kind of diagonally behind you. Tap your knee to your knee, and then kicking back behind you. And kick. Knee and kick. Oops. See, as we fatigue too, might start to loosen that grip on the ball. Also depends how well your leggings work with a ball. If you're wearing really slippery leggings, this whole workout's a lot harder. We've got 5 more. 5, 4, 3, oh my gosh, 2. I hope you're feeling this like I am. Last 1. Lower down, relax. You can hit your butt. We didn't really hit our butt on the other side, but you can hit your butt if you need to. I need to on this side. Okay, a little bit more arm work now. And then we'll do some back for just a second. Okay, this one you don't need the ball. Actually, since we have it, let's put it between our knees. Keep working those inner thighs and pelvic floor and core and all that. Okay, we're gonna do kind of like tabletop, almost push up. Well, actually, I'll do, it's kind of like tricep dips. So your hands, you can have your fingers pointed towards your bum. Some people like to have them slightly turned out. Your prerogative. Feet are down. What we're going to do is we're going to fully lift up to our tabletop. We're going to start just doing this, and then we're just going to lower our bum down. Lifting up and lowering. So my arms are active. I'm not locking my elbows, but I'm also not like bending them. We're not doing our tricep dips just yet. Chin is staying off the chest. But as you lift and your head's kind of lifting with your back, your gaze is traveling. Because we don't want to, if we're moving our spine, we don't want to just leave our neck fixed. 3 more here for 3. And you might already be feeling this in your arms. I am. 2. And 1. Okay, so now is when we're going to come up into this kind of tabletop position. If you need to adjust, you can, and we're going to do our tricep dips. I don't actually do these too often because a lot of people find them pretty hard. You have to have pretty good shoulder mobility and stability. Wrists, a lot of people with their wrists, this isn't great. And just the way the muscles loading for triceps, like tricep skull crusher extensions are better use of them, like more efficient way to work the muscle. For 4, but they are a good workout if you can do them properly. 2. Are you still holding that ball? Last one. We're gonna hold up here now and just squeeze and release the ball. This is it. Well, until our back exercise. I see I lost mine. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Guess my inner thighs are getting tired. Give your wrists a little break. I wasn't paying enough attention there. Okay, last move before our stretch. You put the ball, so I'm up on my knees, and the ball is kind of like resting by my heels. So this is core and back. It's kind of like one of those ab machines that you sometimes see at the gym where you're doing like these kind of things. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna sit back. You can, depends how tired you are. If you want to fully just rest on your ball, you can, but the goal is to kind of just be hovering a little bit off of it, and your feet can be flat or you can have tucked toes. I think I'm gonna do flat today. So my bum's just like lightly touching my ball, and you can pretend like you're holding something here. We're gonna do a flexion, so it's like you're doing a sit-up or a crunch, and then coming up. And then if you want to stay in this neutral position, you can, or if it's okay for you, you can do a little extension that's opening up your chest, looking forward a little bit more. So we're tucking in, coming up, and opening if you're able to. So this is good for our back muscles, especially the low back. Our core is working. You might feel this in your butt or your quads if you're not fully just like resting on your ball. Keep breathing. And you can do whatever you want with your hands. Some people like to do prayer hands. For 4, open that chest. Keep those shoulders nice and wide though. 2, and 1, and then relaxing. Okay. So for today, I'm gonna do a little seated figure 4 stretch. So sitting up nice and tall. I'm gonna take my one ankle over my other knee and just sit here for a second, kind of opening up my hips, flexing your foot. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you'd walk your leg in and kind of bring your chest towards your calf. And you can sway side to side. Some people like to kind of rock side to side. And then we'll switch. So again, start with your leg kind of out a little bit wider, pressing that hip away, opening up the hip. Flex your foot though, and then you can walk it in if you want. Bring your chest a little bit closer. Then, hopefully your ball's not too far away. Hopefully you don't just like chuck it away. If this is again safe for you, you can place the ball kind of mid-back, and you can just open up your chest. Some people like to have arms out wide, and you can play with where the ball feels good for you. I'm actually going to move it up today. With where it feels good for your neck and your head. Oh, see, I need to kind of keep working at it today. There we go, that feels good. And just opening up your chest. This is a really nice one. If you are like a desk worker or something and you have rounded shoulders, just opening up your chest here and your shoulders and stretching out your core after all that core work. And then carefully nodding your chin to your chest, coming up. We'll do a little side lying over the ball to stretch out our side. So just placing it under your one side. You can reach your arm out. You can reach both legs out if you want, or you can have, I'm gonna have one bend underneath. And then you can just do kind of this side reach over, opening up our side body. Really reach fingers and toes far away from each other. And then you can just roll over, kind of roll the ball over to the other side. But I'm just going to fully sit up and switch over just so I keep facing the camera. And then again, sometimes you kind of have to move it around, maneuver it to feel good. Get this side body stretch. Again, reach nice and long. Start breathing deep. And then when you're ready, carefully coming up. As always, thank you so much for working out with me. Definitely helps motivate me to get to the mat. And if you liked this with the ball, let me know. Maybe you didn't, also let me know that. And you can follow me on, well, here, you can subscribe or like. I'm posting more on TikTok now, so you can see a little bit more of my life and behind the scenes. Instagram's still there sometimes. And I hope to see you next time.